Hey guys, Mars Dingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we're finally following up on the video I made about whether you should buy BOUJACK with the red coins. I did say I was going to do this, but there's been a lot of other stuff going on with the download celebration hype and all that kind of stuff. But I'm finally doing a video on beating the Space Traveling Warriors mission on the Legendary Goku event GT without having BOUJACK. So as you can see, we are using a BOUJACK friend. I think he's the better friend option to use because he does give 170 across the board, and obviously everyone on the team is a Space Traveling Warrior because that's the whole point for doing the mission. Plus he supports the entire Space Traveling Warriors category, whereas obviously if you're running double coolers, Cooler only supports Transformation Boost when there is one enemy and isn't supporting Terrifying Conquerors otherwise. So that means units like this Vegeta, who's on Terrifying Conquerors but not Transformation Boost, he would be getting no buffs from Cooler. And then of course the same name update makes this way easier. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3 Coolers on this team. The AGL one and the free-to-play Tech one all both infinitely stacked defense. This team is very free-to-play friendly. Cooler, obviously, Summonable Dokkan Fest exclusive. You may not have him depending on how new to the game you are, but he's been back on quite a few banners. And then that physical Vegeta has been around for a long time. They're the only 2 summonable units on this team. And then just to explain the support memory, we don't have any Siblings Bond units on the team, but that gives you a 18% heal, which any type of free healing in this event is going to be good because we are limited to only having the 2 items. So let's go ahead and jump in and see how this goes. Alright, so here we go. We have an interesting turn 1 here. Not the best for sure. In fact, we're pretty not good for the links. I want to get BOUJACK floated off because obviously he's kind of here just to be a support. Vegeta we want to be... okay. We want to be super attacking as much as possible. This is a very typical start. Get super attacked in slot 1 of turn 1. So it's one of the reasons why this is so difficult for a lot of people. Like even with the most optimal team, let alone in this scenario where we're working around not having like the main category leader that you would want to have. But a lot of his phases, he lowers defense on super attack. So even some of your units that would normally be fairly good defensively, you can just take a super straight away and you lose so much health. And obviously one of the ways they've tried to make this event more difficult is the fact that you can only bring 2 items with you. So for me, I never like to heal in these events until like, well, not even heal, but just use an item until the Oozaru phase. But when you get like a turn 1 like that, it's pretty awkward. But yeah, this Tech Cooler, not the best defensively. Obviously AGL Cooler in slot 1 would have been the smartest play, but AGL Cooler would have killed the Goku, and I want the Tech one to be getting off supers as much as possible so he can stack that defense, because as the very basic free to play, like he's not even a TUR, he really needs time to build up his defense, otherwise he's going to get absolutely destroyed once we get to the end. So we need to be building him up as much as possible. Frieza's going to get a bunch of extra ki from... Frieza will always get 3 extra ki because we're fighting against a super type, the Prime Battle Frieza obviously. But if we put him in slot 1 or 3, he's also getting an extra 3 ki on top of that, as well as a little bit of a buff. So Frieza can be good wherever we put him. We got to be careful later on about his defense, but he does raise his own defense on his 12 ki super. So towards the end, we probably will just be 12 ki supering with him just to make sure that he's actually able to survive. But so who has the most defense here? Having the support from BOUJACK and the Tech Cooler on the same turn here is pretty good. So we'll go ahead and do this. AGL Cooler shouldn't finish him off, so we can get a nice little heal. We'll target the same type orbs as much as we can here to get some extra healing. Chances are with this team, because we have a lot of units that are very strong defensively, but don't stack attack, like both of the Coolers on this turn, it means that we probably are going to see 2 Dokkan attacks in this run. So how early we get the first one isn't really of huge importance, as long as we're not getting it on like a phase where the enemy's almost dead. That would obviously be quite unfortunate. But We don't have to worry too much here. And then BOUJACK should be fine in slot 3. He's going to raise his defense on super. He has type advantage. He might even take him out, to be fair. Okay, not quite. But if anything, this just gives us more turns for stacking our units. Well, I say that, but... Actually, can I not super? Oh, damn it. I can't not super with the Frieza. And unfortunately, as much as I would like Vegeta to get another defensive stack, I know if I put him in slot 1, he's going to get supered or something. And he does need to attack first in order to get most of his defense. So at least I know this Frieza's going to tank. Yeah, this super would have done 100k probably to Vegeta. So... Oh, wow. And he survived anyway. Perfect. You love to see it. So yeah, Vegeta, by the time we get near to the end, Vegeta is going to be doing insane damage as well as having really, really good defense. So that works out very nicely here. So we'll do this. What links do you guys have? Those 3, and then... Wow, you actually don't have Metamorphosis, so I guess we're doing this. So we'll do this. Having Frieza in slot 3 where he doesn't have to get hit is obviously nice as well, because we're going to get a ton of extra ki from his passive, so he's going to get his 18 ki super, potentially do big damage here. Having no links active with the coolers is not ideal, but obviously we want these units to be stacking as much as possible. And to be honest, like, they don't share a lot of links that really buff their defense. A lot of their links are more focused around attack. And since these two are here to stack their defense to insanely high levels, and we're not really worrying too much about the damage that they do, then that's not too bad. So, because yeah, that tech cooler, even with type advantage at this point, is still not yet taking double digits. So he needs as much time as possible to build up his defense. I did obviously give him as much additional as possible in the Hidden Potential system. So we just got to hope that we get some additionals along the way. So we're going to do this. It looks like we're probably going to get the Dokkan attack to just blast through the Super Saiyan 3 stage, which would be good. So he's going to super straight away. Frieza will be able to tank this. Even with the defense lowering, we take 30k, then he dodges the normal straight afterwards. Typical. Take the super, dodge the normal. That seems to be the way this goes. Vegeta up to 4.1 with the support from BOUJACK, but that is pretty good. So big crit to finish off Goku, and then we go on to the Super Saiyan 3 stage. So I think what we want to do here, actually, let's go ahead and do this. I want to transform Cooler at some point anyway, because Cooler, whilst he does support transformation boost, which is most of the team apart from the physical Vegeta, once we transform him, guaranteed crits, potential additional supers, and he starts infinitely stacking his attack. So realistically, the earlier we get him transformed, the more we're going to get out of him in the long run. So now we can go ahead and do this, get this, and then that'll drop down the tech one, and then there you go. So now we're going to get a Dokkan attack with STR Cooler, guaranteed crit. This is going to be some big damage here for this turn. So this definitely helps us out getting through this phase a lot faster here, because it's going to be a very solid rotation, because he's also getting the buff from the free-to-play tech cooler. So he's at what, 3.1 million attack stat? Not too bad, considering it's his first turn from transforming. So yeah, not too shabby a setup here. So this should be pretty good damage. Yeah, I would say so. 6.2. Then a normal attack, so that puts him to what, close to 7 million damage he just did by himself. So that's half of Super Saiyan 3 Goku's health gone. We get some additionals here as well from our 4th form coolers. Okay, some additional normals, but no additional super. Another additional normal. Okay, well, even if he takes a bit of damage here, still 50k from the normals, okay, but obviously full heal from the Dokkan attack, so we like to see that. Now, I could do this for the sake of the links. I mean, Vegeta is going to do crazy damage, and the Int Frieza doesn't need to stack, so, I mean, even if Vegeta just gets the KO here, it doesn't really matter, so he actually might well do. 3.7 with no support is very good for him. Can we get a crit as well for good measure? No crit, 1.6. So he's going to take a super. He should be okay here, right? Wow, still 200k. Because his defense is going to be very, very high at this point. So that's actually quite surprising that we took that much. But typical that it's that one attack in slot 1 as well. Because the Int Frieza would have taken like, what, 50, 60k maybe because of his damage reduction. It is what it is. And then we get the KO with Prime Battle Frieza. So, Oozaru phase. Oh, this is actually a good turn. As long as he doesn't super STR cooler, this will be a very good turn. So, we'll go ahead and Princess Snake here. We didn't get the support memory go off. It's 50% or less. We must have been just above 50%, I guess. So, we'll do this and this. This should be a very solid turn here. So, do this. And then, yeah, Princess Snake going to keep us safe from STR Cooler getting super attacked to death, because that would be not ideal. And then, yeah, AGL Cooler, at least with type advantage here, he's able to do a little bit of extra damage. His defense should be crazy high at this point. Yeah, double digits. There we go. That's what we like to see. That nice high defense plus the Princess Snake. And then Cooler close to 4 mil. Will we hit 4 mil with the additional supers? I'm not sure just exactly how much it goes up each time. We got the extra support from BOUJACK, so that obviously helps quite a bit as well. Okay, no triple super. We get the additional normals. At least with getting guaranteed crits, Cooler does actually still do reasonable damage on his normals. Because once you start getting towards the end of this event, where obviously the Super Saiyan 4 Gokus have really high defense, units doing additional normal attacks are doing like double digits sometimes. So, alright, hopefully we don't have a repeat of the previous turn, because this turn will be very good if Vegeta doesn't get super attacked. So he's at a 4.6 now. If we get a crit, he's going to be doing crazy damage. Ooh, there you go, 2.8. And then, yeah, 22 from a normal. Not too bad, considering the Oozaru has pretty crazy attack potency. Like, I'm pretty sure on most units with, like, type neutral, he does more damage with his super than the Super Saiyan 4 Goku does. Just to put that into perspective for you, just how powerful he actually is. But, shall I do this, or shall I just let... Actually, yeah, no, we need to let... We'll let Frieza... we'll let Cooler get another stack. And then Final Form Frieza can come... Cooler can actually come in and... I feel like I'm going to do that multiple times now. Now that I've stumbled over that... calling Frieza Cooler and vice versa. But yeah, see, putting Cooler in slot 1, I did it again. Putting Cooler in slot 1 was the good choice, because you get the double super, so that's another 2 stacks for him. And then obviously Cooler going to come in and finish off here with the guaranteed crit. So pretty good. We've used 1 item and we are at the Int Super Saiyan 4 phase now. So looking pretty good. We have Vegeta here, which is good. This is actually a pretty good setup. So BOUJACK getting supered would be bad. Tech Cooler is on the next turn. So I think this is a perfect time to use Whis, because having the Tech Cooler protected next turn would be good. This helps us to protect the BOUJACK in the final slot as well, because we are going to keep him untransformed, because he's supporting everybody. He raises his defense on super, so we can keep him untransformed for the entire run, and he's still going to be very good here. So, but either Frieza or Vegeta taking a super with the Whis active, we should be looking at double digits, if not close to. So, and look at this, with the support from BOUJACK, Vegeta almost at a 5 million attack stat. This is where we want to see some double supers against the Int Goku, but we'll see how that goes. So of course he hasn't super attacked yet. Is it really going to happen? Is he really going to do this to me? Probably. Because yeah, double digits from the normals. Okay, good, perfect. Alright, now this is not an ideal setup. Even with a Whis active, I'm a little bit concerned about how much damage the Tech Cooler is going to be taking. I think even with a Whis active, there is the possibility that if he super attacks us, we die against the Tech Cooler. But, I mean, I can't really do much else. I'm not going to use the other Princess Snake now as well. That would be such a huge waste. But AGL Cooler, 422k defense. If you're going to super attack this turn, Goku, please super attack AGL Cooler. And ideally after he super attacks as well. That would be nice. So, alright, so 1.5. Which he dodges, but we get another super. Come on. Alright, hits this one. Because, I mean, he doesn't do that much damage anyway, so we really don't want the super attacks that he does do getting dodged. But STR Cooler, show us what you can do here. Guaranteed crit. Can we get at least one more super? Additional normal. Still almost 750,000 damage. Pretty good. So, I mean, those 2 additional normals basically did 1.5 million damage, which is pretty good. And still no super attack. Ah. Don't super attack Tech Cooler, please. 18k with a Whis active still. Okay. Alright. we're still alive. And we don't have to worry about Prime Battle Frieza, so that's good. You can't get a super, but that's fine. You're not really here to deal damage. You are. So this is going to be big. And then we're going to get 6 extra key with Frieza in the final slot. We are only going to be able to get his 12 key super though, unfortunately. But right, now you can super attack. That's fine. This is going to be what? 60k maybe? 52. Yep, we take those. We definitely take those over Tech Cooler taking a super attack. Even with a Whis active, that would have been way more than that. So, come on, Vegeta. This is where we need you to shine. 4.4. Big attack stat here. Crit. Yes, look at that. 3.5. Nice big crit. And then Frieza at least going to get his 12 key super. Reasonable damage from him. Obviously, he doesn't really have any links active here. So, double super, though. This would have been a great turn for him to actually be taking attacks, getting the double super, because double defense raise, but alright, so this works out good for us here. So, a super attack in slot 1 would still be pretty bad, but we definitely are living this. So, you can come in and do this. All the extra support from BOUJACK as well. What is his? He's almost at 500k defense. So, we should, unless Goku goes on a mad dodging spree, we should be done this turn. So this is looking really good here. Alright, no super so far. So this is going to push Cooler to probably at least 500k, if not over. Dodge. Then we get another super. So yeah, he's easily over 500k defense at this point. So yeah, perfect. Is this going to do double digit damage? We got over 500k defense. 6,000. I mean, I'll take that. That's close enough to double digits, right? So I will take that. And then 4.3 million from Cooler. I don't know if this will be enough to finish him off, but even one guaranteed additional normal. Damn you, Goku. Alright, doesn't dodge the normal, and that's all it takes. Okay, so looking good here, boys. We are in the final stage. I'm really not happy about the Tech Cooler having to take all those attacks. So I think what we'll do, even though I really don't want to, what's Vegeta's defense? 196. So it's going to go up to over 300 after he supers. Because I could do this. Shall I still use a Whis? Because the problem that we have here is that Tech Cooler in the middle, he's only got 150k defense. If he gets super attacked in the middle, we just die. Straight away, even though we're on full health and everything. So that would be very unfortunate. So I think we're going to go ahead and do this. We got to play it smart. We got to go for the dub. So we're going to do that. The Whis will still be active next turn, where we can get our Dokkan attack. So I think what I'll probably do is take the risk of putting STR Cooler in slot 1. Because then he can get the Dokkan attack and get the guaranteed crit. And then that's going to be the big damage. So Frieza super attacked, got super attacked in slot 1. That's perfect. So I wonder how much damage Cooler is going to take from the normal attack here. Knowing my luck, it's going to be low enough that we could have just left him in slot 3. But the problem is, you never know. Like, we could have put him in slot 3 and then that could have been the run over. But because we didn't know he was going to super attack in slot 1. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And we just have to move on from here. Better to be safe and still be alive than get absolutely destroyed. So, alright, so Cooler's going to be getting a guaranteed crit on the Dokkan attack. Then we're going to get a decent defense buff from you. I think because we still have the Whis active, do I want to just go all out? Because we're going to heal at the start of next turn. So I think we just do this, go all in for the damage, because that means Prime Battle Frieza is going to be getting a 24 key super in slot 3. So any unit on this turn that takes a super, because we have the Whis active, we shouldn't get one shot, and then normal attacks should just do double digits. Because if Prime Battle Frieza takes a super in that last slot, he's taken like probably 300k. But at least that means we don't die. So come on, Cooler, let me see what you got. Additional supers as well would still be appreciated. This one obviously gets the bonus damage, so we do 4 million crit. Close to 1 million on the additional crit, so we'll take that. That's what, 5.5? Over 5.5 million damage from just Cooler. And then he tanks normal attacks for double digits with the Whis. But this would be GG. If I hadn't used the knight, if we didn't have a Whis active, we'd be dead now. Even though we just did the Dokkan attack, we don't get the heal till next turn. And I can tell you from personal experience, Transformed STR Cooler takes 500k from full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku super attack. And considering we don't even have 500k HP when we're at max, that would be GG. So, very good with the surviving the turn here. 18 key super from Frieza, going to do some solid damage. And then we're going to heal up with the... Actually, really didn't do that much. Crazy. His links with the AGL Cooler are not the best, but we get the full heal off of the Dokkan attack. And then I guess we go ahead and do this. This is still a pretty awkward turn. Really, only the Frieza is going to be safe from like a one-shot super attack. But, you know, unfortunately, that's just the way this event goes. Like, the number of times you can get so close to the end and then something just goes horribly wrong and you die. Like, there are so many units on our team that with no item active will potentially get one shot by a super. Like BOUJACK here, I think even if he double supers, which gives him a double defense raise, I think a super attack still kills him. But I'm not entirely sure. And then obviously Cooler, his attack stat's never going to be particularly good. But hopefully his defense is good enough now. Yeah, so he's tanking normal attacks fine, so that's okay. Okay, so I guess we do this. Again, we're still in a situation where Cooler taking a super attack would be really bad. But outside of like using this, there's not really much I could do about it. And do I really want to use that when we're on full health? I mean, ideally I don't, but the problem is, like, we get one shot with a super if I don't. So this is where it starts to become very tricky because, you know, it's completely out of my hands if Goku's going to super attack in this middle slot. And if he does, we just die. So... Whereas if he super attacks either of the other two, we should be fine. Cooler's got 520k defense. Vegeta's goes up to way over 300 after he super attacks. But, man. I guess we could do this, because even if we do get supered and we take a lot of damage, we are going to get the support memory heal next turn. But this is where it starts to become really hard, because when you get to the end, you obviously have the potential that Goku's going to dodge a whole bunch of your attacks, and you get stuck into this situation where you start to run out of items, trying to keep yourself alive, and you're trying to finish him off before he finishes you off, but he just keeps dodging your attacks, which is super awkward. And especially unfair, because he makes it so that you can't dodge his attacks. And then he's just out here dodging away. But Cooler connects, gets the guaranteed crit. We're not getting lucky with the additional supers from Cooler, which is not good. But Vegeta definitely has a chance here if we get a crit. This could be some really big damage. Alright, no crit. Double super. Come on, give me the crit. Let's go, Vegeta. Right here. Make it so. Alright, still no crit, but I mean, that's a lot of damage from Vegeta. And we didn't take a super, so I didn't need to use the item, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alright, so, grab these. Definitely want to make sure we're only getting the 12 key super with Frieza, so we can get the defensive buff. I mean, on the one hand, you could argue that going for the 18 key here to finish him off might have been the play, but in fact, it actually might have been, because this Frieza has type advantage. Is getting... Okay, we're all good. We're all good. We're not getting supered. I think this is finally it, boys. This is the run. Now that we don't have to worry about anyone else on this rotation taking a super attack, with his defense raised off of the 12 key super, Prime Battle Frieza won't take that much damage. BOUJACK is obviously raising his defense as well, so he should be okay. Of course, why not? Of course, the turn where I'm like, this is the run. He dodges a super attack from Frieza. BOUJACK will do an okay bit of damage here. So we're on to the final HP bar. So we still have one more turn that we have to contend with. Are we going to take a super attack on the wrong unit? But do I take the risk here and put STR Cooler in slot 1 and hope that he finishes him off? Because if he doesn't finish him off, a super will kill me. Whereas if AGL Cooler gets super attacked, he's got 628k defense. So in theory, he would be fine. But I think we are just going to go ahead and do this. I mean, if Goku goes ahead and dodges like every single one of these attacks, I mean, there's not really anything I could do about that. Like, it's kind of written in the stars that we were going to fail. But he's not dodging, so I'm pretty sure this is the KO here from Cooler. Especially with the guaranteed crit. This should be enough. Yeah. Phew. There you go. We finally did it. So this was absolutely not my first attempt. I don't know if I mentioned this already in this recording, but I've tried to record this multiple times. And the number of times I got to the very end and then like STR Cooler takes a super attack for 500k and we just die was super, super awkward. Unfortunately, that's very good timing. That's probably one of the daily missions, because obviously I have already done the Space Traveling Warriors mission. But yeah, there you go. It took a lot longer than the previous run, but we managed to do it. Almost every single unit on this team is free to play. So as long as you have the STR Cooler, you can remake this team build. If you don't have the physical Vegeta, you can swap him out for somebody else. Like the int free-to-play Rosie is an okay choice because she infinitely stacks defense and is on Transformation Boost and Space Traveling Warriors. But there you go. Space Traveling Warriors without BOUJACK, done. So I am going to try and do Corroded Body and Mind. But if you don't see that video come out, it's because I couldn't do it. So we'll see how that goes. But there you go. That is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.